What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-64.
Hi, my name is Lou Ann, and I'm from New York and a very appreciative gang member. Thank you again, Phil. I've been a Phil's gang member for 3 weeks. I've learned a lifetime of facts, clarity, confidence, and stock trading skills. Thanks again for all your teachings, Phil. Because of you, I'm applying myself and taking my future in my own.
Find out more information on Phil's Gang. Just go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, a long price execution, and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize return. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Be sure to Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link, and we'll see you on the charts.
Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today, with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Remember, this housing market is being led around by the nose by these large swings in interest rates. So a year ago, housing was reeling from that surge in rates, which is why year-over-year comps right now are real easy. That's why 517,000 new home sales this morning looks really good, when in the grand scheme of things, it's depression-level house sales, especially considering we've been at ZIRP for 5 years and we're through all these major stimulus programs. I mean, when is demand going to come back?
They are talking about big gains in San Francisco. That's right. If you have a house in San Francisco, your house probably went up year over the year 10%. Tampa, 1.4%. Cleveland, down 1.2%. So it's all over the place. So is there really a housing boom or isn't there? Every time we hear CNBC or any of these people talk about this housing boom, you always got to remember, even if there is a housing boom, it doesn't necessarily mean the economy is doing good. That's right. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country. You're off to Wall Street Radio Network. Hope you had a great weekend. I did. Off to some business. Housing. Let's talk about housing. We got to also talk about 401ks. You hear about the 401ks? I told you a year ago that they're going to take your 401k. I said, you watch, it's going to happen. And guess what? Last week, they passed the first bill to take your 401k. Remember, redistribution of wealth? We want to redistribute your wealth. Now they're saying to protect the people, we should take next time there's a downturn in the economy and the economy falls apart like in 2008, we should be able to now go in and take everybody's 401ks, put it in one pile, and we'll redistribute the money out to all the people on a fair basis. We'll talk about that also. But first, let's get to the market.
Stock Corner is brought to you by Gang Video Channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And here we go again. Market up, market down, market up, market down. Here's what's going on. The S&P, if you take a look at the dollar, the symbol is UUP. If you take a look at the symbol, it's been amazing what this dollar has been doing in the last few weeks. First of all, if you go back to last week, we had a rally, if you recall, in the dollar after we had this sharp, for almost a month, this sharp pullback, because they said we had all of these new housing, all the house construction was up big. The house, so therefore they're going to raise rates because the housing starts are terrific. They're 1.1 million, but people forgot to point out that if you go back to February and March, there are 900,000, and of course they're going to soar as the weather breaks. So if you have a number of 800 and some odd thousand in February, another 900,000 in March, don't you think in April you would have a surge? Well, of course, that's what happened. So it wasn't that. That was just, again, more nonsense. Then they said, oh, yes, but also look at the dollar's going to go up because we now see that Europe, they're going to do more QE. They've already been doing QE. To jump up because the new housing starts and QE in Europe, additional QE in Europe, was just a joke. And then finally, it started to pull back again when people figured that out. And that was on Thursday. Friday, it jumps up again. Why now? Why is it going up again, the dollar? It's going up again now because they said, oh my God, look at this. Our core CPI is going up. And then again today. So what's going on with this dollar? It means every move in the stock market waits to the dollar. We wait and see what the dollar does. Then we figure out what to do with stocks. That's what's going on. Because remember, every time for the last year, from last May to this May, that whole year, remember the dollar went up about 20% as the stock market was going up with the dollar. Remember, the dollar goes up and the stock market goes up. Why? Because when the dollar goes up, the 10-year treasury goes up because all the Europeans dump their dollars, dump their euros, and they want to buy dollars. Anytime they see that the 10-year interest rates on the 10-year treasury, interest rate you call it, go up, that means to the Europeans, the economy in the U.S. is doing well. So they dump their euros and buy dollars. So you have them both going up at the same time. That's right. You have the dollar going up and you have the stock market going up. But that has stopped. And the market started to fall apart. Because guess what? We weren't going to have interest rates. If you recall, every time the dollar went up from last May for a whole year, and the stock market was going up because it was on the basis of what? Oh, we're going to have the interest rate in June. But June came. Or June's coming. And they're now saying, no. We just had a Fed meeting, and she says, I don't think so. No, we're not going to do it in June. B said, no, we're not going to do it in June. Now, maybe sometimes later down the road this year, but not June. But wait a minute. The dollar went up 20% since last May on your promise the interest rates were up in June. Well, not happening. So now we got the dollar going back up with another reason. Housing. Core. Listen to this, how stupid this is. The core, the CPI now, the core CPI I'm talking about. If you exclude food and energy, the inflation went up by 0.3%. I'm talking about the core CPI. You take out the energy, don't measure that, and they're saying inflation went up by 0.3. That's the biggest monthly jump since 2006. The dollar goes up again. Why? Oh, well, they must be raising rates. Things are good. See how they think? It's unbelievable. But things aren't good. But CNBC came and said, look at this. They're going to raise rates. Didn't just Yellen say 2 days ago, 3 days ago, she wasn't? Not in June. Then we had the largest contribution. You go back and look at why do we have this inflation? What's so good about this? Nothing's good about it. Why are people celebrating it? Why would you raise interest rates because of this inflation? That's stupid to me. But that's how they're thinking. Oh, inflation's good. That means things are good. We're going to raise rates. But the contribution to the 0.3% came from Obamacare. Do you believe that? 0.7% of that 3% came back from all due to Obamacare, all due to your policies, healthcare costs. Remember we said that healthcare costs were going to go down by $2,500 a person? It hasn't. This means, think about this. This means the healthcare cost was cheaper before the introduction of Obamacare. How stupid is that? So our healthcare, after all this mess with Obamacare, and because of Obamacare, we have terrible jobs now. Everybody's working part-time jobs. People 3 part-time jobs because every employer is getting rid of the full-time jobs because under 30 people, they don't have to pay health insurance. How stupid that was. Under 30 hours, they didn't have to pay health insurance. I mean, how stupid an idea is that? To go to every large corporation in the world and say, You know what? Especially the big department stores. If you keep your help under 30 hours, you don't have to pay them health insurance. What a savings. So, so right now, the dollar is going up again today because of that. Isn't this crazy? So every time they find an excuse to move the dollar up, everybody comes over here from Europe thinking our economy is good. But here's what's crazy about it. We just got the Philly Fed report, which tracks factory orders, which tracks the economy. It fell again in May for 5 out of 6 months. So here you have interest rates going. You have the dollar going up based on these housing housing sales, and you got interest rates going up on this core inflation. But guess what? The Philly Fed says our economy's doing lousy. So why would we raise interest rates? This is a mess. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. It's clear the real undisputed champion Financial Talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got the last laugh because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last laugh is on you, Bill. Think about this. 2,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last laugh. You.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
You're going to keep trying to push the offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. Weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com. Hi, this is Phil Grande of philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in markets. Low financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
philgang.com chooses interactivebroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information and be sure to tell them Phil Grande sent you. That's interactivebrokers.com.
There's only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader. Talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande.com. That's philsgang.com. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive market information to understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Luann, and I'm from New York and a very appreciative gang member. Thank you again, Phil. I've been a Phil's gang member for 3 weeks now, and I've learned a lifetime of information, facts, clarity, confidence, and stock trading skills. Thanks again for all your teachings, Phil. Because of you, I'm applying myself and taking my future in my own hands.
Find out more information on Phil's Gang, just go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I've had in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you. Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to Phil's or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
Does the Constitution allow the government to read the mail into the phone calls, even to collect them without a warrant or probable cause? And I think the obvious answer is no, it does not. The Constitution already provides what we should do. If you have probable cause to suspect that Chris Wallace is acting in some nefarious manner, you go to a judge, and then you listen in on his calls, because now you've got the other branch of government that's constitutionally required to be a part of that process. You don't just give the executive branch unlimited resources, unlimited power. Our founders were very concerned about too much power being invested in any one, in any branch. The balance of power is fundamental to our system. And I don't want to be made unsafe, but Chris, 225 different terrorist plots over the past years since 9/11, and so far, not one of them has been tied directly to the NSA's collection of metadata.
The collection of data. Remember what that's about. That's about they only record if you your phone calling if they suspect you, they just record you called this number. They don't listen to the call. They have to go in and get a warrant to listen to your call. Everybody misunderstands that. They got to get a warrant. Donald Trump was talking about that when he was here in Sarasota. He was on my show. He's saying, I don't really care about my show to my phone call. He said, my phone call's not. He said his point was that for security, we've had 9/11. We hadn't had another 9/11. So therefore, hey, if that's what it takes, listening to these calls, or again, identifying who's calling who and then getting a warrant to listen to the call. If that's what it takes, that we have not had another 9/11, he says he's for it. So it's a very difficult issue. Everybody's got, their own thing on this, but it's tough. It's a tough one. It really is a tough one. But the thing, it's not tough for me, though, because I hate government. And I think that government, they always take it too far. Take it too far. Look at they're doing their 401ks right now. Would you ever believe they can take your 401k? Yeah. Told you this was going to happen. Told you. And now it's happening. Now it's happening. It's bad enough. You got to work and work. Again, if you make $100,000 a year, you need 1.5 to retire. It's bad enough. You got to work to get that 1.5 million. Think about it, because the fees kill you. 2% take 0.5 million away from you. Nobody tells you about that, but it's what happens. And that's a lot of work. Now for them to take this from you, it's just crazy. And the idea is it's redistribution of wealth. And the next time we have a stock market crash, we have a financial crash, and people, instead of people losing their homes, we're just going to put all the together in a bucket and we'll redistribute to everybody. That way, no one's going to feel the crash. Not one person will get hurt. This is Obama's thinking. This is just crazy. It's crazy, isn't it? But going back, just for a moment, the home prices, we're being told now that housing, everything's fine again. Home prices are going up. Well, let's talk about that for a minute. It's just like this dollar. And by the way, I want to make this very clear. This is very important. Think about this. This dollar means everything, okay, as to which way the stock market's going to go. And it was interesting, the stories that this administration tells, the stories they come up with to move this dollar up. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to crush oil. They're trying to crush the oil price. Now listen to me. Putin, okay, ISIS, Putin to take over Europe after he takes over Ukraine, he needs to get $90 a barrel. And so doesn't ISIS. They need to get $90 a barrel to fund their operations, to fund their army. They can't do it at $60 a barrel, at $40. So here's the scam that's going on. If they can keep driving up, it brings oil prices down. But that hurts all of us. Let me explain why. If you take, going back to May 19th, up with a story, as I told you in my opening segment, that the dollar went up, gapped up between the 19th and the 20th on new home construction, and that Europe was going to increase their QE. Bunch of nonsense. Then it started to come back down again. Well, they had to boost it back up again. They started on Friday. And now it's up again today with the story, our core CPI, which excludes food and energy, rose by 0.3. So that means that the economy is doing good. That means they're going to raise interest rate. And that means that, wow, Europeans come over here and buy our dollars. Well, that's not good. As dollars go up, what happens? Your 401ks get hurt. Why? Because as the dollars go up, all the big companies in your 401ks, Exxon, Microsoft, IBM, Caterpillar, all the big companies, they don't make money because most of their money is overseas. Therefore, they can't compete. So that's going to hurt. This whole fake dollar going up is hurting this economy because it drives down oil. And 1% of our employment comes from the oil workers. 40% less employment comes from the oil fields. That kills you. So our employment's down. So if our employment down, our wages are down, then how could housing be up? That doesn't make any sense. Well, it makes no sense at all because what drives housing is saving strong wages. Well, wait a minute. The housing prices, if they're right, if housing prices are going up 7 to 10%, that means they're outpacing wages. That means a home becomes less affordable. So what's going on here? God, the way they're running this country is unbelievable. The reason these home prices are going up is because why? Because the is pushing home ownership so aggressively to get to that 2016 presidential race. They want to get homes up, the housing market up. They're pushing these FHA loans. They're the new subprime. Here we go again. No, tiny 3.5% down payment minimum, but you don't even have to put that down. Credit score 580 or less, and you can get a house. Isn't this nuts? Oh, for 30 days. We'll be right back with more.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Move over. TD Ameritrade and Scottrade. There's a new leader in the pack of the finest trading platforms in the country. That's right, Phil's Easy Trade platform. Just professional traders, and it's why it's so easy to navigate, so easy to execute, and includes the most important and advanced features that give both novice traders the edge they would expect. So simplistic, so stealth-like to assist you in building your profit center. For information on Phil's Easy Trade platform, or call 877-600-GANG.
Phil'sGang.com now offers a stock trading and investing platform. This unique platform is fast and designed for performance with the integration with PTT1 and PTT charts. It will also be tailored to the way that Phil's Gang teaches you in class. For more information, simply go to Phil'sGang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
I want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more, Phil'sGang.com. Simply go to Phil'sGang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264.
Obama can't let the stock market go down. You lied about Benghazi. You lied about the AP. You lied about the IRS. You lied. Stop coming out here as a salesman. What it's about is personal responsibility and education. Go to any supermarket, go to any store. My God, they got people that are 90 years old pushing out the carts. The last time I was in a supermarket, I took the old man, I put him in the cart. And I wheeled him to my car with the groceries. What have we gotten for stimulus? Trillions of dollars of stimulus. What have we gotten for? $3 trillion directly into the stock market. Lied to everybody, said we're doing that's a great job. Pelosi tells you, go home. Job lock. I don't blame he's taking a vacation, but stay home and rent some videos. So I care about your financial stability and making money in the stock market. For the best in business news, social, and financial talk, join me, Phil Grande, at Phil's Gang Show, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Listen live at philsgang.com.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Boy, the news has not been good lately. You know that 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 24% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings. Or how about this one? Adults under the age of 30, savings rates of negative 2%. Wow. We need to set up a game plan. We need to get you back into the financial markets in a very positive way. And we can do that. Just join philsgang.com. We're here to help you. It's only $49.95 a month. That's it. You're going to be investing in yourself. You need. And you got all the material archive. You got classrooms. You got support. Like it. So as this market continues to go higher, not because things are good, not because it's doing well, because of all this stimulus, you're missing one of the best opportunities to put retirement money away now. Sock it away now, but you got to learn how to do it. Check us out. That's philsgang.com or give us a call 877-600-4264.
If you want to generate extra income or basically secure your financial future, you should join philsgang.com and get the best investment education available today. For only $49.95 a month, you'll have complete access to Phil's daily live webinar classes, alerts, educational videos, and much, much more. At philsgang.com, there are no contracts and no hidden fees, just straightforward, no-nonsense market investment knowledge that only Phil Grande can deliver. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
The number of people who actually want to shut the program down is really small. The issue for me is getting the debate pushed forward 2 or 3 years until we get into a presidency where many Republicans, I think, would have greater faith that a new president's not going to endanger American civil liberties. I think there's a lot of hype and hysteria about this program, but it's compounded by a basic distrust of Barack Obama.
The man goes out every morning on his front porch. Tigers, get out of here. After months of this, his wife says, what are you talking about? There are no tigers within 8,000 miles. And he says, you see, it's working. It's very difficult to establish with counterterrorism a negative. What would have happened without? That's the paradox. The more successful the measures are, the less necessary they seem. Now, it's not clear that they are successful, but we don't know. It could be that our adversaries don't want to do anything smaller than 9/11, so they're stymied. It could be that they're distracted with Islamic State and other matters in the Middle East, and therefore, in this calm, and it is breathtaking that we haven't been attacked again since 9/11, privacy rights begin to emerge as competing with national security as a concern.
And it is, and as I said, you know, and I misspoke. You're right. We have one of our called and reminded me that they again record. They don't listen. Then they go to the FISA court. Then that's where they get permission to listen to your call. So it's like, and again, not one person has ever been turned down for to go to anybody goes to the FISA court and wants to get a subpoena. They get it. They get it. It's all secret. It's all. And so I'm just at a point that I'm just sick of government. I don't want them in my life. And any you know, if we had a president that we felt we could trust, I mean, I wouldn't trust Bush. I wouldn't trust Obama. I wouldn't trust Clinton. I don't know who you get for a president that you trust. So to me, my vote is no. I don't want anybody listening to the phone call. I don't want to track who I'm calling or number to number. My vote, no. This is America. Okay, this is America. Let's stop it. Just like our 401k. They're going to take our 401k. I mean, that's crazy. Just like this housing market we talked about a moment ago. They're rigging the housing market so that 2016 comes, the Democrats can say, look what we've done. Look all the housing. Look at the people we put in housing. You put people in trouble. Here we go again, putting people into homes that shouldn't have a home. This FHA loan is ridiculous with 3.5% down payment. It is ridiculous. The housing prices are being forced up because of the tremendous amount, the popularity of this FHA home. They're really pushing the hell out of this FHA loan. As I said, the new subprime, because you have this down payment. It originally was designed, remember, for poor people. No more. Anybody can get one of these things with 3.5% down. And if you have a credit score of 580 or less, you can get it. This is going to be terrible. This is going to be our next subprime mortgage blow up. And we got screwed on the last one. We've been lied to. Remember when the banks said, you know, we bailed them out with $750 billion? That's not true. Again, we're never told the truth. They didn't tell us the truth about that. It wasn't just $750 billion. It was more than that. It was $7 trillion, and it was secret. Finally, under the Freedom of Information Act, we are finding out the real amount of money that we used to prop up these banks. We were lied to by Bush, and then later on by Obama, later on by Gardner. They kept secret the details of the largest bailout in history. These banks were in such trouble. On December 5th, 2008, that one day they had besides that $700 billion TARP, put that aside, there was another secret $1.2 trillion given in December to these banks. Propping them up, called emergency loans. While Bernanke lied to Congress, assuring them the banks were in good shape when they weren't. All these banks, Citibank at that time, got an $80 million loan, secret loan, because they were rated below marginal. And in front of Congress, they asked them, oh no, all our banks are really in good shape. JP Morgan was below marginal. Bank of America was below marginal. All these banks below margin, but they told Congress we're in good shape. But yet we had another $7 trillion. On November 26, 2008, Bank of America, the CEO at the time, Kenneth Lewis, to the shareholders at the end of that his bank was one of the strongest and most stable banks in the world. That same day, he was begging for $86 billion emergency loan, and he got it. He said, if I don't get that loan by the end of the day, we're going to have to close shop. That's the same day he wrote in his letter to the shareholders, everything was fine. $7 trillion. This was above the 700. The 700 billion TARP was to match the real loan of 7 trillion. So who can we trust? This is nuts. We never heard about the 48 billion emergency loan to JP Morgan on February 26, 2009. That loan was twice the amount of cash they had. They're broke. Another secret was the 6 biggest U.S. banks, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, they accounted for 63% of the average daily debt to the Fed. Of all the debt at the Fed, that was them, the banks. So they're receiving all this money, the secret money. This is crazy. This is nuts. Let's go to our stock.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com. Click on the video channel graphic. Phil's free videos, economy, events.
You don't have to worry about, okay, do I have to look at the dollar? I don't have time to know if the dollar goes up, why it's going up, and what it means. I don't have time to know all that. Who's going to tell me that? You think your broker, your planner is going to tell you that? Of course not. Well, why would he tell you? He gets paid on the amount of money that's in the account. He doesn't get paid on performance. He's not going to tell you. Here at Phil's Gang, you haven't got to worry about that. In fact, with the technology we have in our PT2 chart, it'll turn red. It'll tell you get out of the stock. It turns green if it says to get into the stock. That's your PT2. You don't have to know any of that. You don't have to know what does the dollar mean going up, what does the 10-year treasury mean going up, what does the overnight rate mean going up. It tells you if it's red, stay out of the stock or short it. If it's green, buy it. Now, if you're going to be more active and do some swing trading in our classroom, that's fine too. Then I will set the stocks up for you. Every morning, I tell my students, if the dollar is going to be up today, here's the stock. If the dollar is going to be down today, here's the stocks we're going to be in. If oil prices are going down because the dollar is up, here's the stocks I have for you. Does your planner do that? Does your money manager every day? I do that for my gang every day. Then I tell them, I said, let's watch the leaders. If these leading stocks, there's 5 leading stocks. If these aren't doing good, you know the economy sucks. Facebook, Starbucks, Apple, Disney, and Nike. And the main thing is the bank stocks. If the banks aren't going up, and right now the banks aren't going up. And think about this. When was the last time you heard the banks wouldn't go up when they're talking about interest rate hikes? That's when they go up. But they're not going up. Because why? Because they know the economy is bad. They know a correction is coming. That's what they know. We all know that. And we know another QE4 is coming. We are a nice correction, and if you're a gang member, you're going to measure that, and you're going to make money as the market goes down. Yes, you are. And when we get QE4, which we're going to, there's no choice, then the market will have another nice rally every year, 30%, right into the election. Look, we're talking about, as I said to you, about the secrets. Everything's a secret today. Everything's a secret. The Obamacare. Remember, let's not read Obamacare, right? And now we got the Trans-Pacific Partners. That's all secret. There's no secrets at Phil Gang. Join the gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Luann, and I'm from New York and a very appreciative gang member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been a Phil's gang member for 3 weeks now, and I've learned a lifetime of information, facts, clarity, confidence, and stock trading skills. Thanks again for all your teachings, Phil. Because of you, myself, and taking my future in my own hands.
To find out more information on Phil's Gang, just go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com, or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Move over. TD Ameritrade and Scottrade. There's a new leader in the pack of the finest trading platforms in the country. That's right. Phil's Easy Trade platform, designed by professional traders, and is why it's so navigate, so easy to includes the most important and advanced features. Professional and novice traders the edge they would expect. So simplistic, so stealth-like to assist you in building your profit center. For information on Phil's Easy Trade platform, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG.
That's right, folks. philsgang.com now offers a stock trading and investing platform. This unique platform is fast and designed for performance with the integration with PTT1 and PTT2 stock charts. It will also be tailored to the way that Phil's Gang teaches you in class. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers. All my Phil's Gang members, I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebroker.com.
TARP money. Never mind the $7 trillion. So who did better? He lied. So few banks held on to we got 6 banks that have 65% of the assets of this country. 65% of the assets of these banks make up 65%. You never had so few banks that held control to so many assets. It's unbelievable. That's dangerous. That's scary. That Fed, the secret financing, helped the Americans the 6 biggest financial institutions get even bigger, and employees at the time, the 6 biggest banks, made twice the average of all U.S. workers in 2010. And what's he say? Any better than Main Street? A liar. A liar. Total assets held by these 6 biggest banks increased 39% to $9.5 trillion. The bank spent $146 billion on compensation alone to themselves. That means every worker at a bank was making $126,000. What's every average worker making where you work? And he's saying, oh, they didn't do any better? This is crazy. This is crazy. So, JP Morgan, Citibank, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Last Monday it was over. Remember? All the prosecutors under Holder gave them 90 days to come up with a crime. Find a crime on JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Try to find one crime and we'll prosecute them. They couldn't find one crime on Jamie Dimon? Not one crime? Are you kidding? Are you nuts? Not one. Not one crime. So no, we couldn't find any. We couldn't find any. But do you remember the savings debacle? The savings and loan debacle? They found crimes. They put them in jail. And the bankers had to reimburse the banks with money. Boy, how times changed. These banks caused the meltdown. These banks ruined people's lives, millions of people. 12 million homes went upside down. Now they're saying that's not going to happen again because we're going to take your 401k and we're going to distribute it evenly among people so that people's homes aren't going to go upside down anymore. So your 401k is going to be grabbed, put in a pot for redistribution of wealth, and they're saying that's how we're going to fix this. Oh, I see. This time, I see. So with all the FHA loans with 3% down, with credit scores at 400, 300, people that shouldn't have a house, when they blow up, you're going to take our 401ks and you're going to distribute it among the people who got in trouble. What you think is fair. Are you nuts? This country was crippled, foreclosures after 6 years. We are 6 years later. This country's still crippled. 98 million people do not work. 28 million people have full-time have part-time jobs. Just 28 million people. That's incredible. Welfare is exploding. Disability checks are exploding. And if the Justice Department just grabbed Jamie Dimon, they wouldn't have done any good if they prosecuted him and said he's guilty, unless they put him in jail. They wouldn't put him in jail. They put all the bankers in jail to savings and loan crises. It's just crazy. And then the lying is what gets me. The lying.
We're not lending to those banks. We're lending to the central bank. The central bank is responsible for repaying us.
So who got the money?
To financial institutions in Europe and other countries.
Which ones?
I don't know.
$500 billion and you don't know who got the money?
Isn't that amazing? It was $7 trillion. Let's correct him. $7 trillion. He didn't know who got the money. That's pathetic. So what do we do? We still have the greatest country in the world. We just got to stop listening to these jibber jabbers, and we just got to stop listening to CNBC, listening to these news programs, because the truth is, our factory orders have fallen 6 months in a row. The truth is, existing home sales in March, get this, in March were higher than in May. We dropped in May. Wait a minute, we had better weather in May. What's with the story in March? You said it was all weather. May comes, it's warmer than March, but May we have less sales. And this is the important sale, the existing home sale. So that tells you the economy's doing good? Of course not. Wholesale prices have plunged for the fourth month now in a row. So what do? What you do is you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. I know it's hard finding a good full-time job. I understand that. But what little money you can cut back on, what little money you got to take it and get that money to work for you. Stop working for money. Get your money to work for you, for heaven's sakes. Don't put them in 401ks. So let me say, let's say this thing about you hold down 2 jobs, your wife holds down 2 jobs, and Fat Boy next door is sucking down his Twinkies and doesn't go to work, is on every welfare program. They're going to take your 401k to distribute to him so he doesn't lose his house. That's fair? Yeah, Obama considers it fair. Are you nuts? So here's what you do. Try to take a little bit of money every month, just a little, find it somewhere, cut back somewhere. You got to, and you got to put it away for your retirement. You got to. The government's not going to be there. Social Security is not going to be there. If they're going to take your 401ks, you think they're going to give you Social Security? What are you, nuts? You got to depend on yourself. And then if you do that, and I don't have all the answers, but I can tell you this: I help a lot of people. And you join the gang, you're going to do much better, in my opinion, than anywhere else. Every day, like this morning now, when we got that big gap up in the dollar, I was able to explain to my gang why. I was able to, some of the stocks were coming back down that we bought the other day, and I said, now relax. Let's look at our chart. Let's hold on to some. I work you all the way through it. I'm not going to be right every time, but I'm going to be right more often than not. And at least you're going to have a comfort level. At least you're going to feel comfortable. At least you're going to feel safe. At least you're going to feel, well, I got someplace to go. I know I can make a little extra money, and I know the guy's telling me the truth. I know, I mean, my gang members, we think they win. You nuts? Of course not. But we do pretty good. But you got to life somehow. You got to change. Look at, this is not the old America. This is now welfare America. That's what this is. This is welfare America. And this is America. We don't get the truth anymore. Can you imagine Geithner and Obama, the day they're telling us our banks were strong and they did that phony stress test? 5 of our banks were going down. We had to give them $7 trillion to prop them up. But that day he said the stress test, they all did these stress tests. Remember, they're like, oh, they're all strong. They weren't strong. They were going down. That same day, as I told you, Bank of America had a beg for $86 billion. And that day they're telling shareholders they're doing great. Unbelievable. Join my gang tonight. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.